Look, the real reason why you're broke is because you're addicted to the wrong things. So let me show you how to fix this. Have you ever wondered why some people crush it while others struggle? It's not luck. It's not talent. It's addiction hacking, the most powerful way to build wealth that literally nobody is talking about. Here's the truth. Everybody is addicted to something. The difference between broke people and rich people is what they're addicted to. Most people accidentally become addicted to things that drain their bank account and waste their time. But successful people, they strategically choose their addictions. Just think about it. What are you addicted to right now? Netflix, Instagram, video games? And how much money have these addictions actually made you? $0. Nothing. But what if you could become addicted to making money instead? I'm not talking about developing good habits, because habits are weak, addictions are powerful. A habit is something that improves your life when you do it. An addiction is something that makes you feel terrible when you don't do it. Let me break this down. When you have a habit of reading books, you feel good when you read. When you're addicted to reading books, you feel awful when you don't read. Can you see the difference? Addiction creates a dependency where not doing something makes you feel uncomfortable. And that is incredibly powerful because it means you don't need willpower anymore. You don't need motivation. You literally feel compelled to do it. Most people are accidentally addicted to things that keep them broke. They can't stop scrolling on TikTok. They can't stop watching YouTube. They can't stop playing video games. And then what happens? They waste their most valuable resource, time, on things that don't actually build wealth. Meanwhile, the most successful people I know are straight up addicted to productive activities. They're addicted to working out. They're addicted to learning. They're addicted to making more money. And they feel physically uncomfortable when they're not doing these things. This isn't some magical personality trait they were born with. They engineered these addictions on purpose. And you can do the same thing. Now, I've put together a free video training that shows you step by step how I made over 1K a day. I'm giving away all the secrets. You can also book a call with me or my team and we'll show you how to reach $5,000 per month in 90 days. But be quick because our limited spots fill up extremely quickly. We literally get hundreds of applications a month and we can't accept everyone. The link will be in the description. Here's how addiction works. It's a 3-part loop that you can hack to your advantage. First, there's the cue, something that triggers your brain to engage in the addiction. Second, there's the routine, the actual behavior you want to turn into an addiction. Third, there's the reward, what makes your brain crave repeating the behavior. Let me show you how I used this framework to get addicted to running at 5 in the morning. For years, I struggled with consistency. I'd run for a week, then quit for a month. Does that sound familiar? Everything changed when I started laying out my running clothes right next to my bed every night. When my alarm went off at 5 a.m., the first thing I saw was my running gear staring me in the face. It wasn't just a visual reminder, it was a physical cue that triggered an immediate response. So I created this loop. I would set out my clothes the night before, that was the cue, which would make it impossible to ignore when I would wake up, forcing me to put them on and go running. That was the routine. After running, I would get that runner's high, the endorphins, the accomplishment, and the energy boost that would set me up for an entire day. That was the reward. And after following this loop for 2 weeks, I became completely addicted to my morning runs. And then, if I missed only one day, I would feel sluggish, unfocused, and irritable. And guess what? After that, I was consistent for like close to a year. You can apply this to making money too. Let's say you want to get addicted to working on your business. You need a cue, a routine, and a reward. For the cue, maybe it's a specific location. I have a friend who rented a small office space just to work. Nothing else happens there, like no Netflix, no video games, no social media. When he walks into that space, his brain automatically switches to work mode. That's the cue. The routine is the actual work. For example, it could be coding, content creation, making sales calls, whatever your business needs. And the reward, that's the most important part. You want to make it immediate and satisfying. Maybe it's checking your sales number at the end of each work session. Maybe it's treating yourself to your favorite coffee after 4 hours of deep work. A few years ago, I saw a college student explain how he aced his exams using this simple framework. His approach was super simple but brilliant. He would study intensely for set periods, that was the routine, then reward himself by watching an episode of his favorite anime. The anticipation of that reward kept him grinding through complex material. His grades skyrocketed, and it seemed to work perfectly for the guy. The key is consistency. You need to repeat this loop until your brain rewards itself. That usually takes about 21 days of daily repetition. After that, the addiction forms, and you will usually feel uncomfortable when you're not doing the productive activity. And here's where it gets powerful. Once you're addicted to productive behaviors, you don't need motivation anymore. You don't need discipline. You do these things because not doing them makes you feel worse than doing them. Most people have this backward. They try to use willpower to force themselves to do things they hate, and that's why they fail. Willpower is a very limited resource. Addiction, on the other hand, is unlimited. When you're addicted to making money, you don't need anyone to tell you to work. You feel physically uncomfortable when you're not working. That's how you create consistency. That's how you outwork your competition. That's how you build wealth. Look at the most successful entrepreneurs. Elon Musk works 16 hours a day and loves it. Gary Vaynerchuk is obsessed with building businesses. They're not suffering through their work, they're addicted to it. Now, I'm not saying you need to become a work alcoholic. I'm saying you need to strategically engineer addictions to behaviors that create wealth. Maybe that's sales calls, maybe that's content creation, maybe that's learning new skills, whatever drives your business forward. Let me tell you something crucial that most people miss. Success isn't about having perfect conditions. It's about making strategic choices and relentlessly pursuing your goals. Most people get stuck waiting for the perfect moment, but true entrepreneurs create their opportunities. I see it all the time. People waiting for the right time to start their business. Guess what? There is no right time. The most successful people I know didn't wait for perfect conditions. They started with what they had and built from there. Let's be real for a second. I know you've thought about these things before. I hear them all the time. I don't have enough time. It's too risky. What if I fail? Listen, I've had these exact same thoughts. We all have. But here's the thing. These aren't real problems. They're just stories we tell ourselves to avoid taking action. You think Jeff Bezos didn't worry about failing? You think that Elon Musk never felt like he was taking too big of a risk? Of course they did. The difference is they pushed through anyway. And that's why addiction hacking is so damn powerful. It doesn't fight your brain, it works with it. Most people spend their whole lives trying to resist temptation through pure willpower. That's exhausting. And it never works long term. Your willpower will always run out eventually. But when you hack your addiction pathways, you're not fighting anything. You're just redirecting your brain's natural tendencies towards something that actually serves you. Instead, work with your brain's reward system. Make wealth-building behaviors the most rewarding part of your day. And here's a harsh truth I really want you to understand. Your potential isn't determined by your circumstances, but by your commitment to continuous improvement and strategic action. You can sit around complaining about how unfair life is, or you can get addicted to solving problems and creating value. Remember, you're already addicted to something. The question is whether those addictions are making you rich or keeping you broke. So here's your challenge. Identify one wealth-building behavior you want to become addicted to. Create a cue that triggers it. Define the routine clearly and establish an immediate reward. Follow that loop consistently for 21 days and don't break the chain. By the end of those 3 weeks, you will start feeling uncomfortable when you don't do it. That's when you know you've successfully hacked your addiction pathways. That's when you've created a powerful force that will drive you toward wealth automatically. Most people will never do this. They'll keep fighting their brain instead of working with it. They'll keep relying on motivation, which comes and goes. They'll keep making excuses while others make fortunes. But you're different. You understand that addiction hacking is the easiest way to build a few money. So stop being accidentally addicted to things that keep you broke. Start being intentionally addicted to things that make you rich. Real transformation happens when you stop making excuses and start making progress. The question is, are you ready to commit? Are you ready to engineer your brain for wealth? If you do this, your future self will thank you. Your bank account will thank you. And when you finally achieve that financial freedom that you've been chasing, you'll wonder why nobody told you about addiction hacking sooner. Now, I've put together a free video training that shows you step by step how I made over 1K a day. I'm giving away all the secrets. You can also book a call with me or my team and we'll show you how to reach $5,000 per month in 90 days. But be quick because our limited spots fill up extremely quickly. We literally get hundreds of applications a month and we can't accept everyone. The link will be in the description. With that being said, I will see you on the other side.